All right, welcome everybody. I'm Peter Brissette, the digital marketing dude. I'm here with the one and only Corky Kyle.
Hi, Peter. It's Cork. Hey, I'm Corky Kyle. I'm the owner of the Kyle Group and Hardball Strategies and author of the Hardball Advocacy Secrets of the Lobbying book. And Peter and I are here today just to talk about some things and share with you some very important information or insight or opinion. Could be all three. But we're just going to have a conversation today about advocacy, about lobbying, about being involved with the state legislature, about being involved with state regulatory agencies. All of this, all of those particular bodies directly affect the quality of your life and health of your business.
Yep.
So we're going to go ahead and talk about that today. So Peter, I'm
Yes.
glad you're here. I'm glad we're doing this.
Yes.
We've only been saying this how many times?
I
We're
don't
going to
know.
do this
Years,
forever. Yeah, years.
years, many years.
Yes.
Well, I'll start out with this because you mentioned your book, Hardball Advocacy: Secrets of the Lobby. Why did you write that book?
Why did I write that book? The more I think about that, the real reason I wrote it was a bucket list item. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to write a book. Didn't know what it was going to be on, but I always wanted to do that. Well, after 45 years in lobbying, I said, well, I guess it's time to go ahead and try to put that experience, those techniques, ways of doing things in one central spot to help people become more involved in the whole political process. There's not enough involvement.
Yep.
The
True.
average citizen, first of all, is really scared of it,
Yep.
don't understand it, don't want to be involved with it, don't want to talk to the people.
Yep.
And the unfortunate thing is that they need to be involved. They're probably one of the most important contacts that you can have um, as you move through life. I mean, you've got a relationship with your doctor,
Hmm.
you got a relationship with your auto mechanic,
Yeah.
particularly after you pay that bill,
Yeah. Your barista.
your barista, but you don't have a relationship with your legislator.
Hmm.
And like I mentioned earlier in our conversation, they're the ones that control the quality of your life and the health of your business. The minute you pass that vote on to that individual, you've released that person to represent you.
Hmm.
Now, will they? Will they do what's right for their constituents within their district? Or are they there for some very selfish and self-centered reasons
Hmm.
and will act regardless of what their constituents ask for them? So it's really you need more people involved with it
Yeah.
because that's the way you hold legislators accountable and transparent. And people sometimes laugh at me when I say it this, you can begin to manage government. So that's a really long answer
Yeah.
for why I wrote that book.
Well, and the thing that I think about too, before I knew a lobbyist, uh, the news media, everything you hear, like lobbyists are the worst people in the world. I mean, they're worse than used car salesmen.
Ooh, that
Like,
hurts.
they're
Every
just,
time I hear that, that
right?
hurts. Oh,
Like, what are these lobbyists are just causing problems and all that kind of stuff. So, what does a lobbyist actually do, Corky?
that, my friend, is a $64,000 question. Lobbyists play a really important role in the whole political process. They're called the third house.
Mm,
You have the representatives, the Senate, that's the first and second house, and the third house is the lobbyists. Sometimes they go to the fourth estate because they go ahead and include the governor's office in there.
sure.
But anyway, we are very involved, and the term lobbyist came from back when Grant was president. He was sitting in the Willard Hotel, and that's where everybody knew he would go at, I forget what the time was, but he liked to smoke cigars and drink.
Drink some
One of
whiskey.
those things that I like to do too, just so you know. And people got to know that, so they'd go visit him in the lobby of the Willard there in DC.
Yep.
And here it is in the lobby, and they were called lobbyists.
Got it.
Well, so these people are exchanging information with the president. But lobbyists on the state level, federal level, municipal level, they're there to go ahead and assure that people that have been elected have access to the information that they need to make informed decisions. They're also there to represent their clients and to share their clients' information on what they do and how they might be affected by the public policy. Um, the client may realize this is going to reduce my income by 50% for my company. I need to talk to these people and explain why, show them why, tell them, man, I've got a solution here that might still allow you to meet your objective, but it's not going to cause me to lose 50% of my revenue. So we are information providers. And yes, I guess we are influencers because you do build relationships
Sure.
with legislators. It's a normal course of event. Just because a legislator knows a lobbyist doesn't mean that they have to go ahead and do whatever is suggested. But the real reason they're there is to exchange information, particularly in Colorado since Amendment 41 passed, which restricts everything.
Mm.
That the lobbying corps really has all the institutional knowledge of what has happened in the legislature in
Yeah.
years past.
Yeah.
So as a result of that, we are a resource for history, for what has been done in the past, what's worked, what
Mm-hmm.
hasn't worked.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we do. We represent people that normally wouldn't have access to those people that are in the legislature. We also give access to groups that don't have the resources of big companies
Right.
and everything, but it does allow everybody to get involved. And that's extremely important.
Yep. So you've had a long career as a lobbyist
Mhm.
here in Colorado,
I
and
used to be 7 foot tall. I mean that.
I bet you probably had a few wins and a few losses along the way. What's an example of what you would call a win that you're kind of proud of, or that things went the way you wanted it to? What's a good example of how
Well, let me
that
see if
works?
I can put it. I, I've been more successful than being unsuccessful. A couple of things that I'm proud of is that what I did for the Assisted Living Association when we passed legislation that spelled out how placement agents were to interact with
Mm-hmm.
assisted living homes
Yep.
when the placement agents are trying to locate a residence for people that want to move into assisted living or independent living or unfortunately maybe not when you've got to find a loved one that may have dementia and so on and have to go in there. So that was a very I really enjoyed that process for that bill, and the outcome was good because it laid the foundation for a second bill,
Mm.
which I was proud of, that the placement agents went ahead and introduced and passed. And this built on Cala's bill, but it expanded it to create a contractual relationship between the placement agent, the client,
Ah,
and the resident.
gotcha.
So that document, disclosure form is what we call it, had to be signed by all three parties. And then that established what was going on and gave certain responsibilities and rights. So it really kept the industry very, very strong, very professional. So those are two that are very, I really felt good about that. And one last one, and this may seem a little complicated, but um, I ran a bill for the American Subcontractors Association of Colorado
Yeah.
on contracts. And what this would do was to put in statute that a subcontractor is only responsible for his negligence,
Hmm.
not everybody else's negligence.
Yeah, yeah.
So when GCs go ahead and sign up subcontractors, they sign a master agreement, and at that time, you were responsible for the bricklayer, the plumber, the excavator, all of those. If they screwed up, you got to pay for it.
Yep.
So we changed that, but it took a 4 year process.
4 years to get
Very first year we introduced that, we didn't even get it out of committee.
that.
And the next year we did get it to the governor's desk, but he vetoed it.
Okay.
And then we did again the third year, got it to the governor's desk, and he vetoed it. And we did it again. And on the fourth year, we got it on the governor's desk and he signed it.
Okay.
So that was very instrumental piece in contractual law that really made construction better, the whole environment.
Hmm.
So everybody knew who was going to be responsible for what. It helped bring insurance rates down, attracted more insurance companies to the state. So,
That's good.
so yeah, so that's probably way too much, but
No, that's great.
that
Some good
was good.
examples. So often when a bill gets passed, that's really just the beginning. There's a lot of things that have to be done. There's regulatory agencies and all that. So does a lobbyist only care if the bill gets passed? What happens after the bill gets passed? You still involved in that process?
That's a really good question. It depends on what the agreement is between the client and the lobbyist. Um, it it may end the minute the governor signs it, and that's that.
Hmm.
Or they may be there for the whole year and help them do a lot of other things, which would mean that they would work if it was going to a regulatory agency or something, help with that transition, get in touch with those people so they knew what it was, etc., and move that way. But it really depends on um, on what the arrangements are. All of my arrangements that I have with all my clients are for a year or more.
Gotcha.
So I end up doing a lot more than just running bills. Um, we do legislative breakfasts at the Capitol to help create exposure for the client.
Hmm.
We do legislative luncheons, same purpose.
Yep.
When it's an election cycle, we'll interview all the new candidates and give them our endorsement if they meet with the criteria that the client wants. So we're very involved in that process because it's so important to start the relationship building very, very early.
Yeah.
So, yes, it really depends on what you're set up to go ahead and do with your client.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap up this first video. Anything you want to close with on this, just about really, why lobbyists and why they're so important?
Well, again, the most important thing that we can do is to go ahead, be involved with the legislature, understand how it works, know the processes, know the procedures, share the information with the legislators, as well as share the information with the client on the legislators, how they voted, how they reacted in committee, because the real accountability comes when a constituent calls up and says, I understand you voted no on the bill that you told me that you're going to vote yes on.
Yes.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Uh-huh.
And so that really does keep it open and transparent. And so, yes, it's very, very good. And people can learn more about this reading Hardball Advocacy,
Yeah.
Secrets of the Lobby. It's on Amazon. It's not going to break you. And you can find out all about the process there in that book.
Yeah. Check out the website, hardballstrategies.com.
Right on, buddy.
All right. See you in the next one.
Right on.